100%. No doubt about it. Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs are the best players in the country.
You are Locked On Buckeyes, your daily podcast on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome in, Buckeye fans, to this bonus episode of Locked On Buckeyes, which is your daily Ohio State podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I'm your host, Jay Stevens, that's your sports talk host, delivering passionate coverage about your Buckeyes. And during this Buckeye Blitz, we will discuss players on Ohio State's team that could be top 100 players by the end of the season. But first, Locked On College Football recently released our top 100 players heading into 2025, and when you think about putting the top 100 players on a list heading into what should be a very special season, you know Ohio State's going to have 4, 5, or maybe even 6 guys in the list. But will they have numerous guys in the top 10? Well, this year they do. The Buckeyes have the top 2 players in the country in Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs in Locked On's top 100 college football players of 2025, which provides a clear advantage for Ohio State in every single game. Think about it. In any game Ohio State plays, they're going to have the best player on the field at any given time. On offense, Jeremiah Smith is a better player than any player on the other side of the field. When the Buckeyes are on defense, Caleb Downs is a better player than any player that is on the other side of the field. And that type of advantage is what you need when you're trying to do something special or do something you have not done in quite a few years. You need guys out there that are difference makers, guys that are out there that have great instincts, that are elite in multiple ways, and Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs are just that. So it doesn't matter if it's Texas or Michigan or Penn State or somebody in the playoff. The Buckeyes are going to have a clear advantage over everybody they play, and that's going to do something for the opposition because any coordinator is going to see out there, oh, you got Downs, man. He's going to keep me up late at night. Oh, you got Jeremiah Smith. Oh, my goodness. He's a lead in everything. That's going to keep me up late at night. Oh, Smith is up to about 225 pounds, running faster than he was a year ago. Oh, my goodness. How do we overcome what this guy does on the field? That's going to put a clear advantage for Ohio State, which adds to how special this year should be for the Buckeyes. Before we go into the top 10, there are 3 other players that are on Ohio State that made this top 100 list. And for those of you watching right now on the YouTube, the Locked On graphic team killed this graphic like they kill every graphic when putting a list together of all the Buckeyes that made the top 100 list. The other 3 Buckeyes on this list are Sonny Styles at number 40, Davison Igbunosun at number 66, and Cardinal Tate at number 86. That is 5 guys. To me, there should be 6. Because I clearly see Max Clair as a top 100 player in college football. His numbers from a year ago at Purdue, 51 receptions, 685 receiving yards, 4 receiving touchdowns with an average of 13.4 yards per reception. And now he's at Ohio State. While he might not have 50 receptions, it is clear that Max Clair is going to be a force at tight end, allowing a wrinkle that Ohio State really hasn't had a tight end since Ryan Day has taken over at head coach. Cade Stover was phenomenal as a do-it-all tight end. Max Clair is a better receiving threat than Cade Stover was. So I do believe this year is going to be really kind of scary for the Buckeyes offense in a good way because they have another elite weapon, and I do think there should be 6 Buckeyes on this list, not 5. Here is the top 10 in this list. Number 10 is Kedrick Falk from Auburn. Number 9, Colin Simmons, a linebacker from Texas. Number 8, Garrett Nussmeier, quarterback from LSU, possibly the biggest question mark among those in the top 10. Number 7, Texas linebacker Anthony Hill. Number 6, Kate Klubnik, quarterback at Clemson. Number 5, receiver Ryan Williams from Alabama. Number 4, Jeremiah Love, Notre Dame running back. Number 3, edge rusher Dylan Stewart from South Carolina. And, of course, number 2, Caleb Downs. And number 1, Jeremiah Smith. Here's the graphics right now on the YouTube, if you're watching that, to see the other players around the Buckeye players in the top 100. With Cardinal Tate at number 86. Number 5 is Dazon Stribling from Ole Miss. He's the receiver. Tate's better. Number 87 is DJ McKinney from Colorado. He's a corner. Clearly, Tate's better. I think Tate's a whole lot better, actually. 61 through 70. Though you can see right now on the YouTube, those around Davison Igbunosun. I don't think Igbunosun's a top 70 player. I think he should fall a little bit, but still be in the top 100. I think those penalty issues from a year ago really plagued him and really hurt him being a top 7 like he is right now. I just don't agree with the list, and that's okay. And then you have number 40 is Sonny Styles. Got to pull that one up really quickly. You will see on this graphic, as Styles is the last one on this list, at number 40 on this particular graphic. Arch Manning is number 31. And people have been trying to tell me that Arch Manning is a clear-cut Heisman favorite or believed to be a guy that's going to win the Heisman. If you're going into the country as the number 31st, as a 31st best player in the country, it makes me question why people are putting him all the way up there. Maybe it's a huge projection. Maybe it's his last name. I don't know. But Arch Manning at 31 seems comfortable, seems fair. But also, if it seems fair, as I say that, I'm pausing because I think Tate should be expected to have a better year than Arch Manning. Arch Manning should be good, but so should Cardinal Tate. One thing I got to say really quickly, Mateo Uyunglele at number 33 is a huge miss. I love the guys I work with here at the network, but I cannot agree with putting Mateo right there on the list. Once again, here are the 5 Buckeyes that are in the top 100. Smith, Downs, Styles, Igbunosun, and Cardinal Tate. Those are the 5 that made the top 100 list. Well, who are some Buckeyes that aren't top 100 players right now that could be at the end of the season? We'll dive into that next. This episode is brought to you by DripDrop. If you're trying to stay on top of your routine, whether that's workouts, long days on campus, or staying focused through back-to-back classes, hydration is where it all starts. And that's where DripDrop comes in. DripDrop is doctor-developed and scientifically proven for fast hydration. It uses the perfect balance of sodium electrolytes and glucose to help your body absorb fluids quickly, delivering 3 times the electrolytes and half the sugar of a leading sports drink. Right now, DripDrop is offering Locked On listeners 20% off your first order. Y'all, that's so good. I got to say it twice. Right now, DripDrop is offering Locked On users 20% off your first order. Just head to dripdrop.com and use promo code LOCKEDONCollege. That's dripdrop.com. Promo code LOCKEDONCollege for 20% off. Stock up now before the heat hits hard. Thank you all for tapping Locked On Buckeyes and making this show your first listen of the day. If you missed the daily pod that came out earlier today, definitely go back and check that out. That will help you get up to speed with what's going on with fall camp, as well as some of the top position battles. Well, there are some top position battles going on right now, as well as some guys that are trying to be top 100 players in college football. Some guys just need to be able to start, to go out on the field, to show everybody in the country what they can do. Some guys have been starters previously that will be in bigger roles this year, be leaders on the team that can showcase their skill set and be a top 100 player at the end of the year. And I have a list of a few guys that I believe can be top 100 players at the end of the season. I'm not saying all of them are going to be, but these are clear-cut candidates. I'm going to go in any order. These are not in any order specifically, but Austin Siereveld at the top of my list is a guy who's going to be starting on the right side of the Buckeyes line. Will it be right guard or will it be right tackle? I am not sure. I believe Luke Montgomery has a left guard spot nailed down and locked in, along with Ethan Ananwa at left tackle. I think Austin Siereveld, being an Iron Buckeye previously this offseason and being a guy that I do believe was a dude of the week as well, he is one that's going to be playing himself into being a multi-year starter and someone's going to be very, very pivotal for Ohio State to be a force on the offensive line. The experience he got last year in the playoff was big to help him be a monster this year. The Buckeyes desperately need somebody on the right side to be a monster. Didn't really have it a year ago. Josh Fryer was a multi-year starter, but never really was looked at as a true monster on the field. Austin Siereveld can be that, be kind of a Swiss Army knife, but also a monster and just be able to maul guys. He uses his athleticism to his advantage. Another guy that I believe could be is Ethan Ananwa, starting left tackle, the transfer from Rice, a guy that is putting himself in the right position to raise his own draft stock by being at Ohio State to help protect the blind side of Ohio State's QB1. Doesn't matter if it's Keaton Holtz or Sand, it doesn't matter. I think Ananwa is a guy that can replace Josh Simmons. I'm not saying it's going to be a first-round pick, but I am saying this guy's going to be a solid player for Ohio State this year. Luke Montgomery's on this list. Let's go a little bit quicker with this one. Brandon Ennis at the slot. This is very, very interesting, though, because it's rare to get three guys at one position to be in the top 100 list, no matter if it's the NFL, Locked On's list where they release the top 100 players in the NFL or in college football. It's going to be very, very hard. But I think for him, it's going to be a dual thing. A threat in the slot, but also a threat as a returner. Now, he's not Devin Hester. I'm not going that far. But I will say he can be a really, really, really good returner. All they got to do is just keep him back there consistently. Jaden Ballard's gone. So it's not so much like he might take somebody's spot. No, it is put the defense on the field, allow the defense to get stops, to allow Ennis to tote that thing and to get loose a little bit. Three more that I think easily will be on here if we did a list at the end of the season. Kenyatta Jackson Jr., Arvell Reese, and Jermaine Matthews Jr. Enough said. The names speak for themselves. I think K-Jack's going to lead Ohio State in sacks this year with at least 12. I hadn't put the number out until today. You get it here in a bonus pod. Arvell Reese alongside Sonny Styles. I think there could be a conversation that Arvell Reese at the end of the season is a better linebacker than Sonny Styles. I think his versatility and his athleticism will allow him to be more versatile on the field than Sonny Styles. And then Jermaine Matthews Jr., he might be the best corner at Ohio State this year. Igbunosun is good, but I think Matthews Jr. getting that starting role, stepping up, allowing himself to have that can't go back all-star type of mentality, like this is all I got, leave it all on the field. That's going to help him be a force for the Buckeyes defense. So these guys are not all going to be top 100 players at the end of the season, but these are candidates that I believe can be at the end of the year. Didn't put James Peoples. Max Clare, we talked about him earlier. He's in this too. So Max Clare, I think, is a top 100 player now. He definitely is a candidate to be one at the end of the season. But Austin Siereveld, Luke Montgomery, Brandon Ennis, Kenyatta Jackson Jr., Arvell Reese, Jermaine Matthews Jr., and Ethan Ananwa are my candidates. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comment section on this show on the YouTube. Thank y'all for tapping Locked On Buckeyes and making this show a part of your day. For your second listen of the day, make sure you check out Locked On College Football because my guy, Spencer McLaughlin, is going to get you up to speed in what's going on around the country to get you ready for what should be a very special college football season. You can follow Locked On College Football and Locked On Buckeyes right there on the YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. You can follow me on any social media platform at jstevens07. Send every email to jstevens317@gmail.com. This has been Locked On Buckeyes on a Thursday. We'll see you next time.